What is up, everyone, and welcome back to the Shawn Bailey Fit channel. It is definitely good to see you again. In today's video, I'm talking about a very important topic, which is the truth about some of those fitness and nutrition myths that are out there. Many people have heard and lived by some of these myths when they are not necessarily true. So today, I'm gonna go ahead and tackle some of those to try to bring out the truth behind it. In order to really understand and progress towards your goals, it is important that you really understand the concept behind these so that you can go ahead and make that necessary progress. Let's get started with myth number 1. Eating late at night will cause weight gain. A lot of people have heard and think of this concept that eating late at night will automatically cause them to gain weight. Now, let me start just by saying that our bodies are very complex and very smart. They are able to adapt and react to so many different things, but unfortunately, our bodies do not have the ability to tell time. They do have the ability to tell how much or how little of anything that we have, but the time of day just really is irrelevant to them. So, a 200 calorie bag of potato chips at 11 a.m. is still going to be a 200 calorie bag of potato chips at 11 p.m. The big difference that comes into play here is that typically eating late at night tends to be foods that consist of snacking and overeating. Think about it. When you go to the kitchen late at night to get yourself something to eat, what does it typically tend to be? It tends to be snacks and fatty foods that you probably shouldn't be eating in the first place. Or it just consists of you eating when you're really not even hungry. It's not the time of day that matters, it's the foods that you're eating that do. A lot of those late night foods tend to be the ones that cause more weight gain. Moving on to myth number 2. Eating protein will give me big muscles. Protein powders have become a very big thing, and they are almost associated hand in hand in terms of exercise and getting into shape. Most people automatically have that idea that if I want to build muscle, I have to get this protein and this protein powder. Everyone always has their shaker bottles and protein shakes and protein powders, and so it's hard for you to even talk to people about exercise without them actually even talking about the kind of protein that they're getting. The idea of eating protein in order to get big muscles is partially true, but not completely true. Now, protein does help your body to repair and build upon muscle, but it doesn't just do that alone. After those tough workouts, protein will help your muscles to recover and repair faster. Ultimately, the process consists of you working out and putting a lot of strain on those muscles. Then, during that rest period, your protein is going to help your body to recover and repair those muscle tissues and ultimately look to defend against the strain that you just put on those muscles. But ultimately, without the right kind of workouts, protein is only going to help recover those muscles. It's not necessarily going to help give you bigger muscles. When your muscles are recovering and you're ready to get back in the gym for that next workout, you have to have the right fitness program to really build on your muscle and make sure that you're lifting heavy weights so that you are really gaining more muscle mass, while that protein is going to help your body recover so you can continue to build on those muscle tissues. At the end of the day, protein and building big muscles do go hand in hand, but unfortunately, protein alone cannot build you big muscles. You have to have the right program and workout routines in order to build those big muscles. Myth number 3. Lifting weights will make me bulky. Now, ladies, this one is just for you. A lot of women do avoid lifting weights in the fear that they're going to gain more muscle mass and look bulky, when that just is not the case. The easiest way to explain this is that women lack the amount of testosterone that men have. And testosterone is the primary hormone that leads to building muscle. Without some form of extreme genetics or additional supplements that will add that testosterone, women just are not going to build muscle the same way that men do. It is actually going to be more difficult for women to do that. Even if you are doing the same sort of muscle building workout that you see other men doing, For women, it's just not going to give that same sort of muscle mass without, like I said, those additional supplements to get you bigger. Unless you are on a very dedicated, long-term, heavy lifting fitness routine, getting bulky should just not be a concern for you ladies. What that means is definitely don't shy away from the weights at the gym. In an upcoming video, I will get into more detail in terms of building specific fitness programs and routines for the specific goals that you want. So keep a lookout for that. Moving on to myth number 4. I can target problem areas to lose weight. This myth comes from the idea that if you want to lose weight in your midsection, then you go ahead and just do all ab workouts. Or if you want to lose weight in your thighs, then you do all workouts that consist of targeting your thighs. Or just any other specific area that you want to target in order to burn or lose some of that fat in any given area. Now, this does work in terms of toning the muscles in any given area, so it will give it a little bit different sort of appearance, but ultimately, you are not losing any more weight or burning any more fat in any specific area by only targeting that area. So as I've said many times, our bodies are all different. We all react and change in different ways, but the one general way that our bodies all lose weight is the same. You have to burn more calories than you consume. Our bodies don't gain more fat in any given area for the less amount of activity that you do in that area. Meaning, if you do less ab workouts, you're ultimately gonna gain more fat in your abs. Our bodies just don't work that way. Any fat that is added or reduced from your body is generally just spread throughout the entire body. The best way to sort of think of this concept is the same way that it is put on is the same way that it will come off. Unfortunately, we don't have the ability to pick and choose when and where we want that fat to come off. So as I said, even though you may target a specific area and tone the muscles in that area, it's not going to ultimately change the fat cells that are on top of those muscles. The only way to affect those fat cells on top of the muscle is to burn more calories than you consume. Moving on to our final myth, number 5, no pain, no gain. This myth is definitely much more of a motivational tool than it is any kind of truth. It tends to come from a lot of people who have been in previous fitness programs or some sort of athletics and just get back into it and tend to feel more sore than what they remember. Their idea is that unless you are feeling that pain, then you really aren't getting back to the way you used to be, which just is not a good thing to think of. Soreness is a thing that will happen no matter what sort of workout program you are on, but at a certain point, too much soreness just means that you worked your body a little too hard. And the best thing to continue making progress is to make sure you do not have any setbacks, which, in my opinion, pain is gonna be a setback. The more you start to exercise and your body becomes adaptive to exercise, the less soreness you will feel, which ultimately is showing that even though you're not feeling that pain, you're still getting the gain. Another side of that people tend to think of is that when you feel a little bit of pain, you should still work through it. So ultimately, if you're feeling really sore from your previous workout, you should still get in the gym and continue working through that pain. Our bodies always need time to repair and recover. So as I said with the protein, they have to be able to prepare for that strenuous activity that you're putting back on them. So working through the pain isn't always necessarily the best thing. And the reason for that is because the more pain you may be feeling means the quicker your muscles and your body will begin to fatigue. And fatigue will lead you into potential for more injury and more setback. Even some of the most experienced fitness professionals understand the concept of recovery. So even if you do have some slight soreness, it's okay to get back into the gym, but make sure that you are taking the proper steps for recovery. And that always consists of resting, stretching, and nutrition. If you are still feeling some extreme soreness or even some pain after your workouts, that just means that you need to go back and readjust your workouts and so that you're not overdoing it. Now that we have a better understanding of these concepts, it's time to make sure that our goals are right on track. Make sure that you are still pushing forward in the right direction. Now, again, thank you for watching this video, and don't forget to keep tuning in to the Shawn Bailey Fit channel to learn more. And please don't forget, if you do like this video, be sure to like and subscribe. If you want to see more on me and my fitness journey, again, don't forget to see me on Instagram at Shawn Bailey Fit or on my website, ShawnBaileyFit.com. Thank you again, and I will be seeing you in the next video.